We were talking past the closing time, half awake beneath the neon signs, laughing like the world was small and we could hold it in our hands. You said life's a train and never stops. I said we'll just jump it when it drops, but every summer turns to fall before we even had a plan. And all the streets we used to know still whisper when I pass them slow. But I'm miles from where we started, still walking like I promised. If the sky falls down, I'll wear the rain like it's a crown. Yeah, we're still a little guarded, still brave and broken hearted, but I'll keep moving on till the night fades into dawn. Oh, miles from where we started. You kept postcards in a coffee tin, dreams folded up in paper thin. Said someday we'd chase the wind and never need a map again. But every plan we made was late. Love arrived and couldn't wait. Still I'd run that road with you 1,000 times and back again. And though the time keeps pulling tight, your shadow walks beside me still at night. 'Cause I'm miles from where we started, still walking like I promised. If the sky falls down, I'll wear the rain like it's a crown. Yeah, we're still a little guarded, still brave and broken hearted, but I'll keep moving on till the night fades into dawn. Oh, miles from where we started. If every goodbye is just a different kind of hello, and somewhere down the line maybe we'll meet again. Who knows? And we'll laugh about the days we swore we'd never change. We're just miles from where we started, but I'm walking like I promised. If the world falls down, I'll sing our song above the sound. Yeah, we're still a little guarded, still brave and broken hearted, but I'll keep moving on till the darkness turns to dawn. Oh, miles from where we started. Miles from where we started. You say the little things are what we miss, like sunlight on an empty street, coffee cups and messy plans, the echoes of our busy feet. Now all the rooms are holding breath, like they remember what we were. And every laugh we left behind still lives inside the furniture. And I don't know how the future's supposed to feel, but I know the past still feels too real. So I'll keep walking through the quiet, between the moments we once heard, where every song we used to love still lingers in the air like spoken words. And maybe time will blur the edges, maybe distance makes it hurt much less, but I still see trace the city lights, pretend the stars were hiding there. Said someday we would outrun fate, like it was something we could dare. But life moves on the way it does, it never stops to let you choose. And all the things we thought we'd keep turned into memories we keep losing. And I don't know how to leave you in the past, so I just learned to let the feeling last. So I keep walking through the quiet, between the moments we once heard, where every joke we never finished still lands inside my chest like fragile words. And maybe someday I'll forget this, maybe someday all the colors blur, but I still feel you in the spaces, in the quiet between the words. If I could freeze 1 second, I'd hold the way you looked at me, like we were more than borrowed time, like love was something guaranteed. But every street becomes a distance, every dawn becomes a cost, and somehow life keeps riding, even after something's lost. So I keep living in the quiet, where the heartache starts to fade, where tomorrow feels uncertain, but I keep walking anyway. And if our story's still unfinished, let the ending stay unheard, 'cause I still love you in the spaces, in the quiet between the words. There's a photograph we took that day. You were laughing in the autumn haze, and I swore that nothing gold could fade. But time had other plans. Now the colors bleed into the gray, all the edges wearing thin with age. And I keep trying to turn the page, but I'm still standing where I am. And every street light flickers like a memory, pulling shadows from the corners of the past. 'Cause I've been learning how to breathe in the space you left in me, where the silence feels as heavy as the truth. And I've been walking through the dark with a tremor in my heart, searching ruins for a sign of something new. But the hardest part of letting go is knowing love future out of whispered dreams, paper stars and fragile silver seams, never noticing the hidden crease already pulling us apart. Now all the promises we couldn't keep lie folded in the corners where we sleep. And every night the echoes creep like they're tattooed on my heart. Oh, and I still see your outline in the window, like a ghost that only shows up when I blink. So I'm still learning how to breathe in the space you left in me, where the silence feels as heavy as the truth. And I've been walking through the dark with a tremor in my heart, searching ruins for a sign of something new. But the hardest part of letting go is knowing love still lingers quietly where the light used to be. If I could freeze one fragile second, I'd wrap it tight and let it stay. But time is just a moving river that carries every heart away. So here I stand beneath the skyline, just a shadow made of doubt. And I whisper to the night sky, I'm still figuring this out. And I'm still learning how to breathe in the space you left in me, where the truth sits heavy, echoing your name. But maybe somewhere down the line I'll learn to read the signs and find a way to love without the pain. But until that day, I'll lay these flowers at the memory of you and me, where the light used to be. I still see your shadow in the pouring rain. You whispered my name, then vanished again. The glass still holds your fingerprint. I trace it slow, it's all that's left within. The night stands still like it remembers us. Every breath feels heavier with dust. Oh, I'm calling through the echo between us, where silence sings what words can't trust. If I could go back, I'd never wake up The mirror hums your melody, a ghost of who we used to be. I reach for you, but time stands still. The empty space is all that's real. Now I just drift where your memory stays, a whisper caught in the light's decay. If I close my eyes, I still hear your trust in the echoes between us.
I chased the wrong trains out of town, said forever way too early, mistook the sparks for something real, learned the hard way how love burns. I held on tight when I should've let go when I should've stayed. Spent years believing timing was fate, when fate would eventually explain. Every heartbreak drew a line I didn't know I'd need, 'cause all the roads before you were just teaching me your name. Every door that wouldn't open wasn't lost, it was delayed. Right now, I memorized the city lights, bar stools, laughter, empty chairs, built castles out of maybes that disappeared mid-air. I thought love was something like design. Didn't know it comes in quiet ways, right on time. Every almost broke me down, but still I believe that all the roads before you were just teaching me your name. Every chapter ended early so the right one could remain. Every late night, every doubt was just a long way round, and I didn't know it then, but all the roads before you were leading me right now. If I had found you sooner, I might not have been ready yet. If I hadn't lost the urge, I wouldn't know what this is. So thank God for broken timing, thank God for who I was. Every scar was just a step toward the moment that was us. 'Cause all the roads before you were shaping who I'd be, teaching me how to hold on without fear of losing me. Every tear, every mile was love learning how to wait, and I didn't know it then, but all the roads before you were worth the time it took to stay. And if I tell our story someday, I'll smile at the long way through, 'cause every wrong road I
Learned how to fight in a one-bedroom place. Burnt dinners, unpaid bills, tired faces. Said things we didn't mean out loud. Closed doors, then turned around. We packed up dreams in cardboard boxes. Took turns being strong when one was exhausted. And somehow through the cracks and out, we figure love doesn't run, it stays. 'Cause every time the world got loud, we found our way back to the same couch. And it's still us, after the hard days, after the storm. Still laughing in the kitchen at 2 in the morning. We bend, we break, we mess things up, but we always choose love when it's heavy, not just when it's easy. Yeah, time tried to change us, life tried to move us, but it's still you and me, still us. We watched our younger selves fade out, traded big dreams for here and now. But what we lost in fireworks, we found in something that works. There were nights we almost lost our way, wondered if love was supposed to feel this way. But every doubt just taught us how to hold on tighter, not let go. And even when we didn't have the answers, we never stopped choosing each other. 'Cause it's still us, after the wrong turns, after the fear, still finding home in the middle of nowhere. We fall apart, we stitch it up, but we don't walk away when it stops being fun. Yeah, the years try to test us, life tried to rush us, still it's still you and me, still us. Love's not the promise we made at 22. It's every morning we still choose. It's staying when leaving feels easier, and calling this mess something beautiful. And it's still us, through the long nights, through the doubt, still holding hands when the lights go out. We're not perfect, never were, but we learned how to love in the real world. Yeah, everything changed us, but nothing broke us. 'Cause it's still you and me, still us, still us. I learned how to pack light early on, never stay too long in one place. Said goodbye before it hurt too bad, kept a straight face. I chased the sound of open doors, foreign cities, hotel floors. Said I didn't need much more than the road beneath my feet. They said love means letting go. I just didn't know it would mean this.
'Cause I chose the sky over the ground, chose my name over settling down. I chose the dream, I chose the fight, chose being alone on a Friday night. And I don't regret the life I made, but some nights I still replay what I lost when I chose what I chose. I learned how to keep my armor tight, smile quick, never stay too long, love like I was passing through, even when it felt wrong. They called me cold, they called me strong, said I didn't know where I belonged, but I knew exactly what I wanted, just didn't know the cost. I don't miss the chaos or the doubt, I just miss the way it felt before it faded out. 'Cause I chose the sky over the ground, chose my voice over being found. I chose the dream, I chose my name, chose myself when it wasn't safe. And I don't regret the life I made, but some nights I still replay what I lost when I chose what I chose. If loving means learning how to leave, then maybe I learned too well. I held the world with both my hands, but let the quiet slip through the cracks. And maybe somewhere down the line I'll stop wondering what if I stayed. But tonight I let myself feel it, just not enough to break. I chose the sky over the ground, chose my truth when it made no sound. I chose the road, I chose the flame, chose being whole over being saved. And I don't regret the life I made, but I still carry every name of the things I love and let go of when I chose what I chose. I chased the idea of forever, like it owed me something back. Tried to build a future fast on a love that couldn't last.
I wanted roots before the ground was ready to be still. I kept mistaking wanting more for knowing what love is.
I learned how not to need a plan, how to leave before I stay. Loved you like I love the road, honest, but never halfway. I couldn't promise what you wanted, didn't know how to pretend.
I loved you in the moment, not the ending you imagined.
Maybe that's where we went wrong. We weren't broken, just out of sync. 'Cause we were almost always right, just never at the same time. I wanted stars, you wanted ground, but love doesn't slow itself down. We held on hard, we let go slow, said goodbye before we'd grown. And I don't regret the love we gave,
the dreams you had to chase. Some people teach you how to love, but can't be where you stay.
I see you now with softer eyes, not wishing we were more. You found the life you waited for, I couldn't give before.
And I'm proud of what you built without me, even if it still hurts sometimes. 'Cause loving you was never wrong, it just wasn't mine.
And maybe love's not meant to last forever, just long enough to change you.
We were almost always right, just never at the same time. I wanted flight, you wanted home, but love doesn't follow a single road. We learned, we grew, we let it be. Not enemies, just history. And I don't regret the love we gave. We were almost always, almost always. And if someone asks what we were, I'll smile and say the truth. We were love without a lifetime, that still counts as something too.
I memorized the exits early, learned to leave before I stayed. Turned every feeling into humor, so no one'd ask me what it meant. I made a career out of distractions, called it confidence, called it fun. But every laugh was just a curtain, hiding what I'd never done. Funny how the quiet hits you hardest when the room finally clears. There's no applause when the lights go down, no one cheers when you're alone now. All the tricks don't work the same when there's no one left to impress. I wore the suit, I played the part, said I didn't need a heart. But the truth shows up uninvited when the jokes don't land, and there's no applause. I thought winning meant not needing, I thought control would keep me safe. But love's the one thing you can't fake, no matter how well you play. I built my life on being wanted, never stopped to ask by who. And now the silence feels too honest to keep pretending I'm bulletproof. Ooh, guess the punchline's always waiting when you finally mean the words. There's no applause when the lights go down, no curtain call to save you now. Every lie I dressed as charm left me standing here exposed. I wore the suit, I played the part, said I didn't need a heart. But the truth shows up uninvited when the jokes don't land, and there's no applause. If I knew how to be someone real, I
velvet shield. There's no applause for being honest, no reward for letting go. But maybe this is how it starts, when you finally drop the show. I wore the suit, I played the part. Now I'm learning who you are when the jokes don't land, and the room goes dark. And there's no I watched them turn the lights out early, heard the laughter through the walls, felt the quiet stretch a little when I came home by myself. The building lives in smaller moments, inside jokes, Sunday plans, and I'm still setting 2 alarms for a future I don't have. I tell myself it's just the timing, but love's not something you can force. But everyone else is home tonight, holding hands in borrowed light, making promises they'll keep. And I'm walking past familiar doors, wondering what I'm waiting for, trying not to feel left behind. I still believe she's out there somewhere. Some nights belief feels thin when everyone else is home, and I'm still waiting. I toast to birthdays I don't throw, weddings I haven't planned, smile through pictures on my phone I don't quite understand. They say love comes when you're not looking, like it's some kind of game, but I've been searching every street and learning all the names. I know this isn't the ending, just the long way through. But everyone else is home at night, sharing beds and quiet fights, learning how to stay. And I'm counting cracks in the ceiling, practicing believing this will all make sense someday. I still believe she's out there somewhere. I just wish I knew when everyone else is home, and I'm still waiting. Maybe love's not late, maybe I'm just early, standing at the door before she arrives. And maybe every empty night is teaching me to listen, so when she says my name, I'll know it's right. 'Cause everyone else found their way in their own imperfect pace, and I'm learning how to wait. I'll keep setting the table, leave the porch light on, just in case tonight's the night. I still believe she's out there somewhere. I won't stop believing, even when everyone else is home, and I'm still waiting. I spent years learning how to wait, calling patience faith, calling hope my plan. Every wrong door taught me something about who I was and who I am. I told myself the story mattered, that the ending would explain the pain. So I kept walking through the seasons, trusting love would know my name. I watched life move in smaller goals, lost a future I once knew, learned how love can break you open and still leave room for something new. I didn't think I'd laugh that way again, didn't know my heart could try, but I kept living, kept believing somewhere timing would be kind. Oh, and all the nights we stood alone, all the almost, all the years. We didn't miss, we didn't rush, we arrived the way we had to. All the roads that led us sideways were just love taking the long road. Every scar, every goodbye was a step we couldn't skip. We didn't find each other late, we found each other right on time. I used to think love came with answers, grand designs and perfect signs. Didn't know it sounds like breathing when it finally feels right. I thought happiness was fragile, something time would always steal. Didn't know it could feel simple, standing next to something real. Oh, and all the moments we survived, all the faith we kept alive, led us here. We didn't miss it, we didn't rush, we arrived the way we had to. All the nights we thought we lost were just love learning how to last. Every tear, every try was a step we couldn't skip. We didn't find each other late, we found each other right on time. If I'd met you any sooner, I wouldn't be this man. If I'd loved you any earlier, I wouldn't understand. So thank God for broken timing, thank God for the wait. Love knew exactly when to show up, love knew when to stay. We didn't miss it, we didn't rush, we arrived the way we had to. Every wrong road led us here, every loss was part of you. Now the story makes sense, every chapter finally fits. We didn't find each other late, we found each other right on time. And if someone asks how love survived all the years, all the signs, we'll smile and say it took a while, but it was right on time. Didn't hear your voice back then, didn't know your name, your face. I
I was learning how to breathe again in a world that didn't wait. I was carrying a broken dream, trying not to look behind, telling myself love was something I might leave to another life. But in the quiet days I felt something pulling me forward. I was on my way to you, even when I didn't know. Every wrong turn, every pause was love moving me slow. I was healing, I was learning, I was becoming who I'd be. So when I finally met your eyes, I'd be ready for what we'd be. I watched the seasons change my heart, learned how loss can shape your hands, how letting go can make you strong in ways you don't yet understand. I didn't rush the days away, didn't try to skip the pain. I trusted time would bring me somewhere worth the wait and worth the change. And every lonely night I survived was just another step closer. 'Cause I was on my way to you, through the years I couldn't see. Almost every ache was teaching love to be gentle with me. I was healing, I was growing, learning how to stay, not flee. So when you finally said my name, I'd be ready for you and me. If I had met you any sooner, I might have been afraid to stay. If you had loved me in my silence, I wouldn't know what to say. So thank God for broken timing, for the space between the lines. Love was working in the background, getting both our hearts aligned. I was on my way to you, even when the nights were long. Every tear, every goodbye was teaching me where I belong. Now I'm standing here beside you, nothing missing, nothing rushed. All the waiting led me here, all the years were built for us. I was on my way to you, right on time. So if you ever doubt the road, I wonder why it took so long, just know I was always coming. I was just becoming strong.
We didn't plan to stay this long, just one more drink then we were gone. But somehow years slipped through our hands, between the jokes we didn't land. We learned the city street by street, hearts broke down and found their feet. Different dreams, same bar stool view. Funny how it always led to you. Time kept moving, people changed, but somehow they stayed the same. We're still sitting at the same table, same stories, different pulling us in all directions, but we never drift too far. We grew up, we messed it up, we learned what love's supposed to be. But no matter where we end up, this was always home to me. We watched each other fall in love, swore it last, swore it was done. Held hands through the quiet nights when things didn't turn out right. We celebrated wins too small, picked each other up from fall, said goodbye 1,000 ways, but somehow never walked away. Every chapter came and went, but this felt permanent. Yeah, we're still sitting at the same table, laughing louder than before. Some of us found what we were chasing, some still wonder what's in store. We grew older, learned to trust, learned that life's not just a dream. But no matter how the story ends, you were always part of me. You were always part of me. You were always part of me. Oh. Maybe someday we won't meet here, we'll know each other quite the same. But I'll hear your voice in every place that ever knew our names. 'Cause some people aren't a chapter, they're the margins of your life, the ones who know the whole damn story and still choose to stay inside. So here's to nights we won't forget, and mornings we survive, to all the versions of ourselves that learn how to get by. We didn't have it figured out, but we figured it out together. And no matter where the future goes, this table lasts forever. Different paths, same heartbeat, same place, different time. But if I'm telling my story someday, you're in every single line. We thought the nights would never end, just one more round and we go home. Said we had time to figure life out, like it wasn't already gone. We memorized the way the jukebox hung, the creak in that old bar stool seat. Didn't know we were standing in the days we'd missed the most. Funny how the moment feels so small when it's everything you'll remember. Back when we didn't know, these were the good old days, when love was just a question and time felt far away. We were young, we were wrong, we believed we had forever. Didn't know the best nights of our lives were happening together. Back when we didn't know, we watched each other fall too hard, get back up, then try again. Said goodbye like it was nothing, 'cause tomorrow felt like a given. We chased our dreams down empty streets, we slept through mornings, missed some calls. Didn't know we were writing the stories we tell it all. Every laugh, every mistake was a memory how to stay. Back when we didn't know, these were the good old days, when heartbreak healed with laughter and hope still felt safe. We were lost, we were bold, we believed we had forever. Didn't know the best nights of our lives were holding us together. Back when we didn't know. Talk to who we were, I wouldn't warn us what's ahead. I'd just say stay a little longer. You're gonna miss this when it ends. 'Cause someday all these empty chairs will mean more than they do tonight. And you'll wish you could go back just once and sit inside that light. 'Cause back when we didn't know how fast the years would go, we laughed like nothing mattered and loved like nothing broke. We were young, we were here, we were more than just a story. Didn't know the best days of our lives would turn into our memories. We didn't know. So here's to nights we can't rewind, and friends who still feel close. The past was never perfect, but damn, it was ours the most. We walked in young with nothing planned. One more drink, another stand. Said we'd figure life out later, like later wasn't getting closer. We chased the nights, we chased the light. Talk too big, dream too fast. Thought forever was a feeling you could find it last call. We didn't know how high we'd fly, didn't know how far we'd go, but we knew one thing back then. It was legendary, not perfect, but it was all. Every win, every failure built the story we tell now. From the nights we didn't plan to the lives we understand. We didn't just survive it, we lived it. Yeah, it was legendary. We watched each other fall in love, fall apart, then rise above. Held the line when life got heavy, showed up when it wasn't steady. We traded youth for wiser days, fast dreams for slower flames. But the fire never left us, it just learned how to last. Time tried pulling us apart, but some things don't fade out. 'Cause it was legendary, every scar, every sound, every joke that only mattered to the people still around. From the kids we used to be to the family we'd become. We didn't just survive it, we lived it. Yeah, it was legendary. Yeah, it was legendary. This night's gonna last forever. Remember when we said that? Guess we were wrong after all. We laughed, we lost, we loved, and we're still standing here now. So raise your glass, we won't forget. To the love that stayed when everything changed. It was legendary from the first hello to now. Every wrong turn led us right back to this crowd. Time can take the years away, but it never takes the truth. We didn't just live a story, we lived it with you. It was legendary, and it still is legendary. When the lights go down someday and the bar stools disappear, we'll still hear the laughter echo through the years. 'Cause legends aren't born from glory, they're built in nights like this. And damn, we really lived it. Legendary.